Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Immunotech family. Once again, day three of Power Week. And here we are. I just want to say hello to all of you. Thank you so much for your support, for doing everything that you're doing. Today, I'm transmitting live from Nashville, Tennessee. Also out in the field, helping out any way we can so that you can all take advantage of this great opportunity this week. And I just want to go ahead and recognize what happened yesterday on the chat because you guys were on fire. And I just want to say kudos to Dina Holmes because she invited everyone to join her webinar. And the title of that webinar, I love it, The Key Essentials to Optimize Health and Vitality. Loved it. And, the webinar was last night at 7 p.m. And I hope a lot of you were able to join. She also shared her Power Hour PowerPoint with all the notes that she uses during the Power Hour. So congrats and thank you, Dina, for your support. Also, Ivana Gonzalez, Ivana always sharing photos. She started sharing very early yesterday some photos with her kids getting ready to start prospecting. Also, she shared photos of some of her team members prospecting in front of a store. Wonderful. And Ivana also shared a copy of the form she's using to get prospects information in order to enter them into a raffle. And then you guys started back and forth with her wanting the form and wanting to more information, know more information about how she's doing it. So great interaction by all of you. Also, congrats to Dale Puerini. I loved the post that she did yesterday, and it reads. I just want to read it the whole thing. It says, "Angelo said, get out there and join the gym to meet people. That's what we did. My first day back since COVID. Which gym did we join? The one where the owner said we could set up a table at two of her locations. And membership was free for us because our insurance pays for it. Oh man, that opened up a whole entire conversation. And the workout clothes, you bet they are a business write off as well. I had my sport bottle with sport and booster energy. Table night is tomorrow night. So congrats, Dale and Lou, for doing that. And she also received her new tablecloth with the Immunotech logo. So she's ready for her display table today. Also, congratulations to Sherry Bloomfield for posting and sharing some ideas regarding the gym membership being paid by her insurance company. And it's called Silver Sneakers. And if you're on Medicare, they offer it for free, and most insurance companies have it. And she's been on it for 5 years, and she's now 70. So congratulations, Sherry. Also, Elizabeth Andrade. Once again, she's loving these Power Week Zooms and loved the one yesterday as well. And then she went ahead and contacted an existing customer that she already has, who is a raving fan of our products, and opened up about a family member who was very sick. And she asked if she would feel comfortable talking to her. She did. And then back and forth via text. And needless to say, that friend signed up and is ready to buy product from us. So congratulations, Elizabeth. Good job. Beverly Williams, she's always wanting to learn, super interested and excited to learn everything that we share during the Power Week and all the strategies. So keep at it, Beverly. Asking questions, that's when we learn. Nelly O, Nelly visited 3 gyms yesterday and left sport flyers as well. So congratulations. And Deborah Hart also joined a gym, not just for her own health, but also to meet people outside of her circle. So congratulations to all of you for a job well done. I guess the theme of the day yesterday was the gym. But we know that we can go anywhere, but what a great opportunity as well. And now it's time for our raffle for today. So let's go ahead and share the roulette so that you guys can see all the names there, and just raise your hand if you want to win today one of those water bottles. So I'm going to click and let's see who the first winner for today is. Here we go. Here we go. And the winner is uh, Patricio Perez from Texas. So congratulations, Patricio. And let's do it again for the second winner of today. Let's see. Drum roll for uh, Harold Eckhart from Ontario, Canada. So congratulations to both of you. You will be receiving your Power Week water bottle in a few weeks. And today, of course, we have the RSM tip of the day. And once again, thank you, Sarah, for putting this PowerPoint together. And let me go ahead and share it with all of you. Um, and here we go. So let me do this and hide this. Okay, so triumph is not a goal, or victory, right? Is not a goal, but a state that we can achieve if we are able to get out of our comfort zone. What a word, huh? That comfort zone. And today we're going to be talking about the comfort zone. And what is the comfort zone? Of course, it is your comfortable zone. You know, it's where you feel great, is the environment that is familiar to you and therefore predictable, because you just want to stay there because everything is the same and you feel great, right? But you know, it doesn't really mean that that's something good or bad. It's just familiar to you, right? It's just familiar to you. And what is the comfort zone for? That's the main question here. What is it for? So to be safe and to survive. You also always feel that you have to be in that comfort zone to feel safe, to survive, to keep going every day. And you know, everything is the same, right? The situations are repeated, the scenarios are the same and repeated themselves all the time. You know, people you deal with are the same. You always, you know, are talking to the same circle of people over and over again. And of course, the results are going to still be the same. That's what comfort zone is for, right? But it's important to understand that there are two reasons that will make you leave your comfort zone. And you've seen this one many times, right? When someone has a need, a real need, for sure you've known someone who faced with a necessity and has had to leave their comfort zone and do something that would never have imagined they would do, right? So that's why it's so important when we are doing this business to always, not only for yourself, find, you know, your why, your need, because that's going to push you to do something different. And the same for your prospects, right? That need is so important because that's what's going to lead them do something different. And number two is the vision of a new goal. You know, when you set up goals for yourself, your team members, your business, then that vision will be that internal fuel that will drive you to take action every single day to make it happen for you. So I need and have the vision of a new goal. And how do we know we are leaving our comfort zone, right? Because we, you know, talk about it, but what are the different signs that you can identify that will let you know that you are working outside your comfort zone? Of course, you know, when you start learning something, that's something that you're doing out of your comfort zone. And but you know, if you're in your comfort zone, you're limiting your current experiences, right? So what are those signs that will let you know that you're leaving your comfort zone? So let's take a look. Potential, you know, the conviction of maximizing our greatest talent or learning. When you see that happening for you, you know, when you're convinced that you want to learn something new, when you want to do something different, when you know you have the potential and start doing something about it, that means you're getting out of your comfort zone. Also, when you're learning, right, the feeling of growing and progressing as a human being, when you're experiencing that, that means you are getting out of your comfort zone. So do more of that, right? The relationships, Is the ability to build and maintain relationships that enrich and add to your life. When you're meeting new people, when you're creating, you know, uh, meeting new people, contacting new people, getting to know new people, that means you are out of your comfort zone. So keep doing it. And the more you do it, the better it will feel. And ethics, it's important to read this one as well. The moral authority to ask others to do something of which we are the example, right? So when you're working, especially when you're working with your team, if you're doing something different to set the example so that they can follow you, that means you're doing something out of your comfort zone. And also, purpose is the satisfaction that what is done, big or small, has a positive impact. When you have a purpose and really want to do this to make an impact out there in the world, that means you are getting out of your comfort zone. And let's read this one together. Never forget, look how far you've come, all that you have overcome, and all the times you kept insisting, even when you felt like you couldn't anymore. Every morning you got out of bed, no matter how hard it was. All those times you wanted to give up, but managed to pass the test. Never forget how much strength you have developed. And during this power week, you can one more time. So let's get out there. Let's make things happen because that's what's going to make a difference in your business and the business of your team members as well. So I hope you liked tip, the RSM tip of the day. And now it's my turn to introduce someone super, very special to us. You know, when we talk about Immunotech and our history, we have to think about Sandi Walper because she started Immunotech. She's one of the first consultants that were in one of the first meetings that Immunotech did 25 years ago, and she was one of the first that signed up that application, and she said yes to the opportunity when Immunotech was first starting 25 years ago. So she knows a thing or two about how to do this business. She's a platinum consultant from Alberta, Canada. Sandi Walper, are you there, my friend?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you very well. And today we want to make this different, right, Sandi?
Yeah.
We want to make this an interactive part of the meeting. So please go ahead and tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing. And maybe we'll open it up for questions for this great group of people to take advantage of you. Go ahead, Sandi.
Can everybody see me okay? Because I got so much lights.
Yes, we can see
Okay,
you
well, I want to thank everybody for their commitment for this Power Week because actually 26 years ago, we didn't even have such a thing. And I listened to Alberto yesterday and I was kind of laughing a little bit because he started 10 years ago and he talked about having no tools 10 years ago. Well, 26 years ago, we had zero tools. And with zero tools was a zero way to get started. You just had to like plow through the field, not knowing where you were going or what was coming. And we were a one company with a one product. We had Immunical Regular. So needless to say, 26 years, I've got a few tips that I can share. And one of the things Angelo would talk about was mindset. And I really believe that you have to have a really strong mindset on what it is that you want to achieve when you want to achieve it. Because we all go to school every day when we were little and we went to school and we learned all our stuff we needed to learn. And then when we get to high school, we're trying to figure out who we want to be when we grow up. And it's like, I want to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But there isn't too many people that put their hand up and say, well, I'm going to be a network marketer. Okay. I'm going to actually be in the direct sales industry. For most of us, we had never heard about the direct sales industry. And we never knew that the direct selling industry produces the most millionaires of any other industry on this planet. And they don't teach that in school. They don't say, oh, everybody, I'm going to go out and teach you some marketing skills, some closing skills, this skill, that skill, because the direct selling industry produces the most millionaires on the planet. No, they don't tell you that. They want you to spend $1 million to get your doctor's license. Well, in my first 3 years in Immunotech, I made the first $1 million. And 2 years after that, I made my second $1 million. So I think I know what I'm talking about when it comes to how to have the right mindset to get yourself out there to achieve the goal that you personally set for yourself. And whether that mindset, don't make it too big, because this Power Week, I've been reading all the things, go to the gym, go to do the trade shows, go to do this. You got to do it all. You have to get up every morning and you have to work. And when I say you have to work, I don't mean at working, reading your emails. I don't mean at working, watching the Discover Immunotech meeting. I mean working to get people on the Discover Immunotech meeting. You've already seen the Discover Immunotech meeting. Your job is to get people on the Discover Immunotech meeting. Okay, and the last 2.5 to 3 years, honest to God, it was a challenge for all of us, all companies, all businesses globally. Now, what I love about Immunotech and about the Immunotech products is that we have something that's really unique. You see, our product is for everyone. So if you're actually breathing, you need to take our product. And the reason you need to take our product is because we all have, everybody, a substance called glutathione. And without glutathione, you can't live, you're dead. So you actually, if you're breathing, you need to take the product. So that's your market, everyone. And so everybody's your market. And we all have to get into those markets. Now, one of the things, I'm going to take questions today too, which I normally don't do, but I said to Alberto last night, I want to change this up. And they talk a lot in this industry about sponsorship and the responsibility of your enroller. I want to talk just briefly about this because it's a big problem, and I would like you guys to be able to overcome this problem. So when I started Immunotech, my sponsor is Immunotech. Okay. So if I had a problem, I could only call Immunotech. I couldn't call anybody else. And at the time, Immunotech didn't even have, well, they had a fax machine. That's what they had. Okay. We didn't have like a computer system. We couldn't run downline reports. They used to mail my genealogy to me. I just had it drawn all over my wall where my people were. And, you know, we have to think about all these things as a sponsor. Now, what I told Immunotech the day that I started Immunotech is I said, Chuck, I said, can you teach me the comp plan? Yeah, I can do that. I said, good. I want to know that first, because I want to know if I'm going to work, how much money I'm going to make. I said, so then I said to Dr. Bunos, can you teach me the product? He said, yes. I said, okay, I need it in kindergarten language because I didn't go to university. I need kindergarten language because then I can teach to everybody and they will understand. I don't want big words. I just want kindergarten language. He said, I can do that. I said, perfect. I said, can you send my check on time? At that time, we got paid every week. Now we get paid every month. So every week I would get this little check and I would run out and I would show everybody I made $200. I made $400. I can't explain this glutathione. I couldn't even say it, but I kept going. Okay. And when you talk about mindset, it's everybody, okay, that you're going to talk to. And you don't have to always go in for the close. What you're doing is building relationships with people. And you might not even know those people. So one of the favorite places, and I know we talked about gyms yesterday, but I want to talk to you about what I do and when I need to prospect people, because some people of you, like you, might be like me. And I love going to restaurants, lounges. I'm a Nighthawk person, and they're in my town. And I did this last night. Because I wanted to prove it worked. So I could come on here and tell you. So last night I went to the casino with my girlfriend, and it's just a small casino in Red Deer, has a restaurant. Every Tuesday night they have like the 2-for-1 dinner special. So I said, hey, let's go to the casino. Okay. Sat there and had dinner. And as I was sitting there having dinner, my girlfriend said to me, Sandy, what are you doing? I said, I'm prospecting. She said, well, what are you prospecting? I said, well, I'm watching how much money everybody's putting in these machines. She goes, you're watching that? I said, yeah, I'm watching that. I said, because the person that loses wants to get their money back. I said, so I sat there for 4 hours. And by the time I left there, those people would come into the lounge, they'd get a drink. I'd say, hey, I've been watching you play. Give me a call sometime. I got something that might help you. What is it? Well, it's a nutritional supplement. I said, I can see that you're very stressed out. We have an all natural supplement called P&T 200. I still call it P&T. It's $23. You need to give me a call. Well, I left there with 25 names. So everybody has their own way of doing it. But when you sit there and you watch people and what they're doing and see how stressed out they are, Serenity 200 is your lead. Boom. You just got to get them on the product. You got to get their name. You got to get their phone number. You don't necessarily need to close the sale. But I firmly believe in ABC. And so write this down. ABC means always be closing. Always be closing. In order to close, you got to get a prospect. So you got to get prospects. It doesn't matter where they come from, but you got to be able to close them. So you got to do your ABCs every single day. Okay. And so back to sponsorship. I have put a lot of people in my organization over the years, and I have enrolled them and I have placed them in my downline. And the reason I do this is sometimes I need points over on this leg. And so I'll put someone there. But I never, ever expect my upline to put people in my downline and then say, oh my God, Sandi Walper placed this guy in my downline. And I'm not ever going to have to phone that person. And I'm not ever going to have to work with that person because she was the enroller. That is perfectly wrong. If somebody puts someone in your organization, whether it's a corporate lead or somebody in your upline, they're in your downline. You make money off them. You don't make money by looking up at your sponsor. You make money by looking down at your downline. That's how we get paid in Immunotech. So if anybody places anybody in your organization from above you, it now becomes your responsibility to get them on the Power Week calls, to discover Immunotech, ask them how they're doing. If they're a customer, ask them how they're feeling. If someone goes inactive in your organization, ask them why they went inactive. It doesn't hurt to ask questions. And so I really love this company, probably more than anyone, because I've done this job every day for 26 years. I'm actually in my 27th year. And so I have a lot of different ideas and things that I believe can help you guys. And if any of you are going to Cancun, I will be there and I will be happy to answer any questions. And so yesterday I called Alberto and I thought, you know, they don't need to hear about the Sandi Walper story of 26 years at Immunotech. I mean, I've been through everything. I've had, you know, the comp plan change 5 times. There's lots of times I could have quit, easily quit. You get tired, 26 years going to work. But you know what? We have got something really special here. We have a product that no other network marketing company or any other company, period, has. We have something to scream and yell from the rooftops. And the fact that we've been in 26 years, I have, and I'm still going, means that we're going to be here forever. And what you do today and tomorrow is what the results of your life are going to be. Now, I've had a pretty good life. I came from a low-income family in Forest Lawn. I never finished high school. I thought I was smarter than the school. But my mom told me on Thanksgiving, she said, Sandy, she said, it's really weird. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't know me, but I come from quite a poor family, and we never had nothing. My parents immigrated from England. I have no relatives in Canada. And I grew up in a rough neighborhood called Forest Lawn in Calgary. It's kind of like the Bronx in New York. And I told my mom when I was 12 years old that I was going to be a millionaire by the time I was 40. And my dad and my mother both laughed at me. And I said, no, I am. I said, I'm getting out of here and I'm going to make something for my life. And my dad looked at me and he says, well, Sandy, if you don't work, you don't eat. I said, I know. I said, I'm willing to work, but I'm also going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 40, Dad. And he was just like shaking his head. Where is this coming from? This girl is nuts. But I was always driven. And I knew that it was me, Inc. That was the driver. And I knew that I was going to be a millionaire. I just didn't know how I was going to be that person, but I knew I was going to be. And thank goodness this industry found me and I found it. And I'll tell you, it's been quite a ride. And a lot of people, they say, well, is that one of those pyramid things? Or is that, you know, everything, right? Well, your answer is this industry produces the most millionaires in the world. And it is not a pyramid. Pyramids are not what proper direct sales companies are. And this is a system of like-minded people that are on a path to move products through a system to improve people's lives every day. And that's how we get paid, by the sales of products that take place in our organization below us, not by having no products or not by the amount of people that are in your organization, the amount of people that continue to use Immunotech products over and over and over. And you know what? It's really easy when you overcome the fact that you may be nervous to say that you're in a direct sellers company. That's a tough one for a lot of people, but it's not hard when you make money in this industry. So if you're doing it as a business and you start making money and you've been in as long as I have, or in any network or direct selling company or done any kind of sales, I am a career network marketer. That's what I am. This is what I've done my whole life. I don't have any other job. So when people say, what do you do, Sand? I said, I'm a career network marketer. That's what I do. Really? What's that? I say, I help people every day improve their lives. I help them get healthy. I help them get well. And I also help them make money. I say, do you need any money? They'll say, yes. I go, okay. Well, then we should meet. Give me your name and phone number. So with that, Alberto, I want to open the phone lines up, which we've never done before. And I want to take 2 or 3 questions from people, and I will answer them. And I don't care what the question is.
All
So it's
right.
whatever question pops into your brain.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, if you, whoever wants to be first, unmute yourself and ask the question. Mariluz, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Hello, Sandy. We always love to see you around here, and we learned so much from you. Thank you for the great tips. You know, we do know that in this business, we have our ups and downs. What would you say to a consultant that has had a little bit of a setback? How do they get back on track?
Well, I can tell you in 26 years, I've sure had my roller coaster rides and the setbacks. And so what you have to do is you have to reset and reevaluate. Reset what made you have the setback, analyze it, evaluate it, and then move forward. You have to acknowledge the setback, what happened, what took place, whether it's personal, whether it's in your business. And then you have to look at who's there, and you have to move forward. Because if you don't move forward, you stall yourself. And then you're not me, Inc. anymore. Right? And so your business can't move forward because you're not moving. And I like the analogy of a kangaroo, actually, because a kangaroo is the only animal on earth that can't back up. It can only move forward. And so when we have these setbacks, we find ourselves going in a circle, and we're not sure how to jump out of the circle. And you can't keep backing up, because then your business is going to back up, right? So I would partner with somebody. You're an executive diamond. I would partner with another person that's equal your status. I would ask that person to go over whatever your setbacks are and find a path forward. The worst thing you can do is quit. quit. You got to jump out of the circle. That's my answer.
Fantastic.
You're awesome. Thank you. You're the best.
Elaine Kern, go ahead. You have the right hand raised.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sandy. So this is my question. I've been a Immunotech consultant for less than 2 years. So it's a health and wellness. Our focus is anti-aging, you know, athletes, Olympians, and so forth. What can I do at my age to enter that arena and be effective?
Okay, so your focus, why is your focus on anti-aging athletes, and like why did you pick that?
Well, it just seems like that's what keeps coming up in our trainings. You know, so I just keep trying to go along with that. And I don't want to focus on sick people, because we're not supposed to focus on that either. So I just wondered what you think about that, what I could do. I mean, I'm in my 60s, and to approach young people to become, you know, customers, I want to, what would be an effective way for me to do that?
Okay, well, I'm 60. And I don't think you should limit yourself to anti-aging and to athletes. First of all, are you an athlete?
Nope, I'm a walker.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so I would go to all the walks that are people of your age group. And that's what I would focus on. I wouldn't try to focus on elite athletes, because you're not one yourself. And so till you get to that caliber, or you know somebody that caliber that can open your door for you, I would stick to things that are familiar with you, that you know. Like if you're a walker, then I see people walking all the time. I get myself on that sidewalk, and I'd make sure I'm walking right behind somebody, and then I'd pass them. And then the next day, if they walk the same circle, every day, if they're on that circle, I seen you yesterday. Hey, I want to talk to you about something. I see that you're getting yourself in shape. I know something that can help you. And I don't think I would focus on anti-aging. Our product is for anti-aging, but we all don't want to get old. We all want to feel young and vital, but I don't think I'd be going to look for a bunch of senior citizens or sick people. I think what you should do is if you do join a bridge club, or I don't know what you do for activities in your 60s. I'm a cowgirl, I ride horses. But I really think that you're limiting yourself to your scope of what you have to offer. Like there's a lot of young people, because of your age and because of how great you look, you should say to them, hey, you know what? The last 2 years has been stressful for everybody. Like, honest to God, are you in school? You had to do school by, Zoom. Like that must have been really stressful. How are you doing now? Like I got 28, 29-year-old kids that come over here just because they're stressed out and want to buy P&T because they heard from their friend. So I really think you're limiting yourself. So I would get out there and get walking and not focus so much on anti-aging. Although you know anti-aging, and although that is kind of where you were heading, if it's not working perfectly, then you got to jump to the next part of that merry-go-round. That's what I think. That's what I would do.
Now that's helpful. Thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome.
Fantastic. Well, we're over time, but we're going to answer one more question. So, Susibel, go ahead.
Thank you, Alberto. More than a question, I was very delighted to hear Sandy. Sandy, you look great. And I'm so thankful to hear the last words that you're saying, that you mentioned, identifying of something that I just happened to me over the weekend. I love to help people like you're saying. And I think that if we focus on that, just trying to help people as much as we can. I mean, I think I'm going in the right path hearing you. I love your words of wisdom. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone for this wonderful thing. I want to continue doing what I'm doing, and now with your words more than ever. I'm not coming out of Immunotech because this is the best place for me and for all of us to be. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. We love you.
Thank you. And I just want to close with one thing, Alberto. And 26 years is a long time to be in a company. 26 years if you're a police officer or you work for the city, of Calgary, or you do a fireman job. It's a pretty tough gig after 26 years. But I have to tell you, in Immunotech, it's not tough, because what you get to do is run your own life, be you, think strategies, meet people from all over the globe, get stressed out about month end. We all get stressed out about month end. Take a few P&T and just be you. And just don't try and be who you're not. If you always stay true to you, then you will win in this business. Okay. Not everybody is going to be an automatic leader overnight. You got to get some leadership school training. They don't train that in school. Okay. That comes from within. And just look down into your organization. And people don't care how much that you know. They know how much that you care. So give them a phone call, just random phone calls to your organization. I do it all the time. Hi, it's Sandi. Who are you? Well, I'm your upline. You're on my 75th line, but I just wanted to know how it's going. How's the weather in Tennessee? Just do it, and I say that, just do it. And you will all be successful. And I love what you guys are all doing. And remember, because this is really important, ABC. Get the mindset, always be closing. And it's not necessarily closing by signing them up. Okay, it's not all about the paper. It's always be closing. It's getting a referral, getting their phone number, having the next person in line to talk to. So with that, I'm Sandi Walper, and I'm going to be in Cancun next week, and I'm pretty excited about that. So if any of you guys are in there, you'll find me at the pool. I'll have a cowboy hat on, and come talk to me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sandi. Great way of closing this call today. And guys, once again, we are in the right place at the right time. So let's get out there, make things happen, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye, everyone.